The 48 Laws of Power is a modern classic on strategy, manipulation, and realpolitik, drawing from historical figures, philosophical thought, and ruthless tactics used by powerful individuals. Greene distills centuries of power dynamics into 48 succinct, actionable laws. This comprehensive summary explores each law, illustrating them with historical anecdotes, interpretations, and critiques. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Make your superiors appear more competent than they are. Appearing too perfect or talented may provoke envy and insecurity. Historical example: Nicolas Fouquet outshined Louis XIV and was imprisoned for life. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends can betray out of emotion. Enemies are motivated to prove themselves. Use enemies strategically. Example: Michael III trusted his friend Bardas and was later betrayed. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. Hiding your motives keeps opponents off balance and unable to prepare defenses. Example: Otto von Bismarck used secrecy to unify Germany. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. Powerful people often speak less to control the narrative and appear wise. Saying too much can dilute your message or expose your weaknesses. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Reputation is an essential asset. Once tarnished, it can rarely be restored. Destroy enemies by undermining their reputation. Law 6. Court attention at all costs. Visibility equals power. Even negative attention is better than being ignored. P.T. Barnum is a classic example of someone who courted attention relentlessly. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Leverage others' efforts to appear more productive. This maximizes efficiency and maintains your image of power. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Forcing others to act according to your strategy gives you the upper hand. Lure them in by offering what they want. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Words breed resistance. Demonstrate your points through decisive action. People believe what they see. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Negative people can bring you down. Surround yourself with those who are stable and positive. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. The more reliant people are on you, the more freedom you have. Example: Cardinal Richelieu ensured the French nobility depended on him for political success. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. A single act of honest or generous behavior can disarm even the most suspicious individual. It creates a false sense of trust. Example: con artists often use this technique to lure in their targets. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. People are motivated by their own interests. When seeking assistance, show how it benefits them, not you. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Information is the key to power. Get close to people and extract valuable data. The more you know about your rivals, the more control you have over them. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. A feared or wounded enemy will eventually retaliate. Eliminate threats completely so they cannot recover. Historical reference: Octavian Augustus completely destroyed his rival Mark Antony. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Presence often diminishes value. When you become too available, you lose your mystique. Strategic withdrawal creates allure and respect. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Predictability gives others comfort. If you are unpredictable, they will fear your next move and hesitate. Example: Richard Nixon used this to unsettle opponents with his madman theory. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Isolation cuts you off from valuable information, allies, and makes you vulnerable. Engage with the world to stay alert and powerful. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Some people will stop at nothing to exact revenge. Analyze each opponent and adjust your tactics accordingly. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Independence is power. By committing to no one, you become a master negotiator and a mysterious figure. You gain leverage by keeping your alliances flexible. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark, appearing less intelligent than your target makes them drop their guard. It lulls them into underestimating you, which can be used to your advantage. Historical figures like Charles Maurice de Talleyrand used this to great effect. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. When you are weaker, never fight for honor's sake. Instead, surrender. This gives you time to regroup, study your enemy, and strike later from a position of strength. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Intensity defeats extensiveness every time. Focus your resources and energies on a single, well-defined objective to achieve the greatest power. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Master the rules of power by practicing courtesy, obedience, and subtle flattery. Court life may be gone, but the dynamics remain relevant in modern power structures. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the roles society foists upon you. Recreate yourself into the person you envision. Self-reinvention is a form of power in its purest sense. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Always appear like a noble force. Use others as scapegoats to disguise your involvement in unsavory actions. This protects your reputation. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Tap into people's need for faith and purpose. Give them a cause to follow, and they will follow you blindly. Create rituals, language, and exclusivity. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. If you act timidly, you will be crushed. Boldness brings admiration, support, and momentum. Uncertainty breeds weakness. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Consider all possible outcomes and have a clear end goal. This prevents being blindsided and allows for long-term strategy. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Conceal the hard work behind your success. Make your feats appear natural and effortless to inspire awe and reduce competition. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Offer choices that serve your agenda. By narrowing others' options to ones that still benefit you, you maintain control and authority while allowing them to feel empowered. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Reality is often too harsh. People seek escapism. Tap into their fantasies. Offer them something magical or idealistic, and you will gain their devotion and attention. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness or hidden desire. By uncovering this, you gain the power to influence or manipulate them. Study habits, emotional triggers, or childhood wounds. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Your self-image and confidence influence how others treat you. Act with dignity, boldness, and assurance, and others will elevate you accordingly. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Timing is everything in power. Do not act too early or too late. Recognize the right moment and strike with precision. Patience and observation are crucial tools. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Acknowledging what you cannot have gives it power. If you can't obtain something, act as if it's beneath you. This denies your rival the satisfaction of your reaction. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. Dramatic, visual displays captivate attention and sway emotions more than logic. Use theatricality to reinforce your power and influence minds. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. Blend in while holding your true beliefs close. Open nonconformity invites scrutiny and resistance. Appear to conform to avoid unwanted attention. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Irritate and unbalance your enemies. When they react emotionally, they lose clarity, and you can exploit their instability. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. What is offered for free often has hidden costs. Value comes from effort and cost. Always pay your way to avoid obligations and to preserve your independence. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Succeeding someone with a strong legacy can create unfavorable comparisons. Establish your own identity. Make your own mark and blaze a new trail. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Problems often stem from a single influential individual. Remove them and their influence crumbles. Eliminate troublemakers early to restore order. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Influence others by appealing to their emotions and psychology. Logic alone is rarely persuasive. Win loyalty by understanding their desires and fears. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Mirror your enemy's actions to unsettle them. They will become confused, frustrated, or reckless. This gives you an upper hand psychologically. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. People crave change, but resist too much disruption. Introduce change gradually and tie it to tradition to reduce resistance. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection breeds envy. Show some flaws or vulnerabilities to appear more human and less threatening. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for in victory. Learn when to stop. Know when to stop pushing forward. Overreaching can turn triumph into failure. Recognize when you've won and secure your gains. Law 48. Assume formlessness. Be adaptable and fluid like water. Fixed plans or identities are vulnerable to attack. Flexibi. Liddy allows survival and continued influence. Conclusion. Each of Greene's laws reflects the often brutal and strategic nature of power in society. Though some laws may appear Machiavellian, they offer critical insights into human behavior, politics, and success. Whether you aim to attain power, defend against manipulation, or understand the game being played around you, mastering these laws equips you with a formidable framework